All right, guys, welcome back. Chief Kerr, Kravology. This week we are starting part 1 of a 5-part series. What we're really trying to do is help students to understand how to use distance and angle and combatives to get into control and then to solve a problem that has been pervasive in the schools here in Houston and in other places as I've looked and watched, and that is this. When you're in control, people are abandoning control to make singular combatives. In other words, I'm in control, but now I'm letting go, and I'm measuring or I'm touching with my hand, I'm throwing one punch. And this is a disaster waiting to happen. There are many training scars that will come from that, so stay with us. Part 1 of 5 coming at you right now. All right, so I mentioned to you in our intro, we're going to be doing a simple drill. James is here with me. We're going to talk about how to deal with distance and angle. I'm going to, first of all, walk around James. So James is basically my partner in the drill. And as I walk around James, he's going to ask me to stop. As we do this multiple times, James will ask me to stop at different angles. You can even create different circles or circumferences for different distances that would represent different combatives. For now, we're going to be in punching range. So James is setting up. I'm walking around. As I walk around, James will say, stop to me. Now, closest weapon, nearest target. Punch, punch, punch. Going into control, making my knees, connecting where the neck meets the shoulder, either connecting at the C-clamp or down here. And what I'm basically doing at that point is making combatives. I will make combatives at that point until James takes a knee. What I don't want is to make 1 or 2 combatives and let go and allow myself, even subtly, to have a message playing in my head that once I make a combative or 2, I let go, regardless as to whether he's up or down. So build that into your drill. All right, the second piece is, instead of me walking now, I'm going to be in this position. James is going to walk around. As he walks around, he's just going to stop and face me and say, hey, or whatever cue you want to give, right? You don't want people hitting people because they say, hey, necessarily. But at this point, the threat has moved. It's stopped. I recognize the threat. I'm still doing closest weapon, nearest target. I'm in opposite stance. I'm connecting. When I connect, I strike. I have a seal where the neck meets the shoulder. I'm in a C-clamp back here. I'm making knees. I'm basically now in control. So there are 2 basic versions of this drill. The first one is I walk around and James stops me. The second one is I stand still and he walks around and stops and gives me the cue. You can make different distance and different angle and use different combatives, but the idea is to work your way into control and to never go into control unless you follow your attack in. That is the primary goal. Distance, angle, multiple combatives, following attacks into control. All right, next we're going to talk about how we begin to solve the problem of control and movement. Do not abandon control. There's a difference between a temporary relinquishing of control and abandoning control. We're going to get into it next week. All right, as always, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful for you. Remember to try this with your partner. Try this in class. Try this when you're training outside of class. If you're an instructor, try this with your students. Slowly build this drill. And please subscribe. Drop down. There's a box. If you want to send us comments or questions, do that as well. As always, walk in peace.